If you're an Amazon seller, Walmart seller, or e-commerce entrepreneur or marketer, and you're looking for ways to find Instagram influencers for developing creator partnerships to increase revenue for your online store, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 free ways that I use to find Instagram influencers, plus one paid tool I really like that makes influencer discovery easy, efficient, and effective for you. Let's dive in. So I want to start with the first methodology that I use, which is influencer discovery tools. These tools are super helpful. I'm going to start with the paid one that I really like, which is what we see here, the Levanta. And the whole value for these is that they provide you a database of creators that you can scan through and that you could sort by different categories, different filters. So this one, the reason I like Levanta is because if you are a Amazon or Walmart seller, then this is perfect because it is affiliate focused. It has creators, it has bloggers, it has publications, meaning they might not be a particular creator or influencer, but they're a brand, they're a page that's all about a particular niche, and they sell ad spots or they do collaborations with affiliate focused stores and brands. So they offer the same value that a creator would. But the reason that I like Levanta is that they have over 40,000, a network of over 40,000 vetted professional affiliates. It's performance based, so influencers only get paid when they actually make sales. You can negotiate commissions between 15 and 25%. It's super scalable, so they have built-in easy payments into the process. You don't have to worry about collecting the influencer's bank information or PayPal or anything like that. Like, all of that is within the platform. They automate the 1099 tax form. So, when it's time for tax season, you don't have to worry about chasing any of these creators down to get the information that you need. So it's great. It's an all-encompassing platform. In terms of price point, it's about $150 per month plus 5% of affiliate sales, meaning 5% of all sales generated from affiliates on the platform go back to Levanta. So this is probably not ideal if you're just starting or if you don't have much room in your budget. But if you're earning strong revenue and you're looking for vetted affiliate partners, then this is the way to go. You'll save a ton of time and energy, and you really just can't go wrong here. The next influencer discovery tool that I use a ton is this one right here. It's called Collabster. And what I like about it is that they have a free tier that allows you to search through their database, and you get to use some of the filters that you see up top here, like number of followers, niche, location, price, gender. They have some other features for their premium model, for their premium tier, such as age, ethnicity, that could be valuable as well as some campaign management features. But if you're looking to be resourceful, then using the free tools is really the big value, and you can do the other work manually. But being able to search through all of the platform, all of these creators in one place by these different filters, and you get to see their price, all of that information in one place, is going to save you some time. It's going to make this process more efficient for you. The biggest drawback to this one is if you're an Amazon or Walmart seller and are looking for affiliates. By using this tool, there's no telling who's interested in those types of deals, particularly commission only. So you risk wasting a lot of time, which is obviously why I like Levanta, the paid version. But it's a good free tool. But we got some other discovery methods that I want to check out and I want to show you. Methodology number 2 is Instagram search research. The big difference between this strategy and what it previously was this was focused on hashtags. Well, Instagram has invested a lot in its search capability, and they have really improved the results that you can get when you search specific terms. So the way to do this is to compile a list of search terms related to your brand, your product, or your business. This is a good opportunity to have an AI model like ChatGPT help you out there. And you want to generate a list of different search terms that you can search into Instagram. And so you're going to want to try some different combinations. And as an example here, if you are a Amazon or Walmart seller and your product is in tech, and you're looking for reviewers to do product reviews, then this is an example of a search term you might use. I use a location in my search term to help narrow the focus, because I know tech reviewing is big all around the world, particularly in a market like India. So I wanted to target it to US based creators. And the first post came out to this gal, and her content looked pretty good. What I liked about it is that she had a CTA for a direct link for this product, and she is doing Amazon tech, tech reviews. This is right up my alleyway. So just clicking through, looking at her profile, her bio, tech, lifestyle. She has her email address to make it easy for collaborations. Looking at her content, she seems to be pretty on brand with what I saw in the first video, reviewing different, cell phone cases, talking about updates, looking at camera lenses. This seems pretty on brand for what I'm looking for. Seems like a good candidate. Another search term I played with is beauty influencer California. Again, if the goal is, if I'm a creator or if I'm an Amazon or Walmart seller and I have a product that is in beauty, if I'm trying to sell a makeup or a skincare or something along this line, then I might use a search term like this. I threw California in there just to help narrow the focus even further, as opposed to looking at a whole country. But you can play with that based on your target demographic, your target audience, and where those regions might be. As I was looking through this one, I just decided to go with this gal, see what she looks like. It looks good to me so far. I love how she tagged the different brands in this video. And clicking through, looking at some of her content, looks really high quality. Her videos get a ton of views. They have a good baseline, good floor. Seems like this would be a great partner. You could tell that she's used to doing creative partnerships. That's always a fantastic sign. And then lastly, let's say you have a online store in the fitness realm and you are selling some kind of fitness products. Let's say resistance bands, for example. Again, you'll see that I targeted by region. I targeted by location by throwing USA in there. And by just clicking through, looking at some of these early results, I see that this guy, who has frankly a huge page at 2.4 million followers, did a nice video post exemplifying how to use resistance bands. What I like here is that he tagged the brand on his post. So he already knows how this goes and how to get the best value for the brand. So this seems like an ideal person. Going back and looking at the other gentleman, he did not tag the brand, but this could be an opportunity with somebody who shows examples on how to do different posts, how to do different exercises. This could be an example for me as a seller to get my product in the hands of someone like him to set up a partnership. So these are just a couple of examples on how those search terms work. If you decide to use hashtags instead of search terms, then you might need to do this strategy over the course of a couple of days, because with hashtags, you're only getting the top 9 to 12 creators on a given day. So they could change with time, and you want to just give yourself an opportunity to get more variety, more discoverability. And that applies with this in general, this strategy in general. Just you want to give yourself more time and more opportunities to find the best creators for your brand. The next methodology I use, methodology number 3, is looking through the followers of Instagram influencers. So essentially, let's say you've stumbled across someone you like this gentleman here. The first thing I tend to do is go to their followers and see if they're following anyone else that might fit my particular parameter. There's a high probability that this is the case. However, you might have to click through a few profiles and do some deep diving. I've had success with this. But instead of doing all the deep diving, I'll just show you who are some of the people I've stumbled across from this guy. Clicking through his followers, I came across this woman, and what I liked about her, obviously, into the same niche that he's into. She seems to be a little bit more fashion and lifestyle oriented, but I like that she is a content creator in her bio. She is a brand ambassador for a nutrition brand, but then she put her email address for collab opportunities. So that's the perfect combination right there. That's somebody who seems to be ready for business, ready to do collaborations, makes it easy to reach out. Obviously, she's a bit smaller in size in terms of her following than the other gentleman, and maybe she fits your niche, maybe she doesn't. But again, if we're just walking through this as a fitness brand, or I'm selling fitness products, she could be somebody that we work with. Another gentleman that I've clicked through, just looking through his followings briefly, was this gentleman. Again, more on the micro influencer size of the equation, but I liked that he is into content creation, not simply just posting photos, but that he actively creates content through his podcast and things of this nature. So he could be another good person to work with. Doesn't offer an email, but nonetheless could be somebody that we reach out through the DMs. So while this is a relatively time-intensive exercise, it's something I've certainly had success with. You simply have to rinse and repeat this process by looking through followers of people, and even the creators that we landed on. We could look through their followers and their followers. And so it's a process of rinsing and repeating. Could be done over the course of hours, days, weeks, just getting a better sense and trying to tap into different people's network. As for methodology number 4, this is a tactic that I like to use by leveraging Instagram's discoverability. Meaning, when you follow someone, let's say you find a creator that you like this woman we spoke about a little bit earlier. What you do is you follow her for the sake of seeing who Instagram will recommend as other profiles you might like. So I would consider these like lookalike profiles. And so this is a tactic that I've found by getting information through Instagram and through, obviously, its vast algorithm. Obviously, you can go back and unfollow these people if they're not someone you're interested. But just as a quick demonstration, so right here, as you see, we just got a list of influencers who are related to this woman in some way or the other. Obviously, this could also be catered to your profile and your normal consumption and searching habits. But it gives you a nice blend of creators who might align with your business. So we can kind of check out this gal who seems to be in content and social. Can't see the full bio. I'm not seeing. Okay, well, we got some more. We got branding and business. We got creator. You can also click see all to get a list of suggested people. So it's quite a bit of people that you can go through. But again, this is the whole purpose. We've got a UGC creator right here. So this could be somebody that we leverage. But it's just about ways that we can tap into larger networks of discoverability that while we don't have the filters that you would using an influencer discovery tool, you're using the tools that you have to your advantage on the platform, as well as your research and perception skills to find influencers who could be aligned in some way. Now, the final methodology that I use, methodology number 5, is simply Googling influencers. And so this is a very basic way, but it can work. And I have found success, especially as Google has gotten better by integrating AI into its search results. And so this does a lot of the work for you, where you don't have to go down rabbit holes of landing pages, of lists, from these various blogs and publications. The AI Gemini does a lot of the work for you. But this is a good way. You have to be very intentional with your search terms. So again, you'll see here, I search for a medium-sized tech influencer on Instagram. You could do a search term like this based on your niche, based on the size you're looking for, based on the location, based on the platform. You want to be as intentional as possible, just like we were searching on Instagram, using some different search terms and experimenting with combinations. So from this list, if you click the show more down here, I have already checked out a couple. I landed on this gentleman right here that I found from this list, and he seems to be all about tech reviews. He doesn't post much else, and this is ideal for me because the content is very specific. So for him to have an audience this size and to have good engagement and consistent views on his videos, this is perfect for me. This is exactly what I'm looking for, and it gives me greater probability in knowing how the content is going to perform and whether I have a good shot at a successful campaign working with this gentleman. So again, you know, when you're doing these search terms, when you're using Google, you can leverage Gemini in the AI overview. You could also dive into some of the lists that blogs have put together. Depending on how broad your niche is, something like tech reviews, you're going to get quite a bit of results. Whereas if you niche down to maybe a particular type of skincare product or a particular fitness product, you might have a lesser pool to look through on Google. But nonetheless, it's a place where to start. And then from there, again, we can work some of the other strategies like the discoverability or looking through people's followers. In the end, there's a bunch of different ways to find Instagram influencers. Some just require more energy and effort than others. Again, we covered some great methodologies, both free and paid. It just depends on where you're at in your business. If you want to save time and increase efficiency, you might want to go with a paid solution like Levanta. But whichever direction you go, you now have a few effective strategies to find the right kinds of creators for your business. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more future videos.